Yeah, I mean, I'm keen to unpack those thoughts. I mean, where do you see the US ahead? Because, I mean, it's no secret that Jensen Huang has said that the US is ahead as far as the technology. It's the energy that he seemingly is a little bit concerned about.
Yeah, look, Jensen is a leader in this space, and I certainly don't want to overstep the way that we think about things. But the H20 chips, we believe, are inferior, obviously, to the Blackwells. Depending on whether or not China has access to the Blackwells, could be a game changer for them, could be a game changer for the AI or tech revolution that we see coming. This is really a resource grab. And whether we're talking about rare earths or we're talking about chips, who's got them? What's the supply? The continuous supply will really dominate what happens next. But from our lens, where things stand with the dedicated AI companies today and the chip development today, we think the US is at least a year, maybe a year and a half ahead. So our guess when we saw the headline from Jensen is he's really talking about what could happen over the next 1, 3, 5 years. And from that perspective, he certainly has a beat on the developments.
There is no competition to Nvidia's dominance in GPU manufacturing. Nvidia's earnings will soar once more. As of right now, Nvidia rules the stock market, and it will continue to do so for a very long time. The chipmaker became the first to reach the $4 trillion market valuation threshold in July. Then, on October 29th, it skyrocketed above $5 trillion, making it the sole member of that fortunate group. As of this writing, Nvidia's market capitalization is $4.8 trillion. However, its stock price has slightly decreased recently. However, I'm hoping that Nvidia's stock will rise once more because its earnings report is scheduled to be released after the closing bell on November 19th. To be honest, it wouldn't be impossible to reach $6 trillion in the next 100 days or so. Should you purchase Nvidia stock prior to its November 19th earnings report? I believe the solution to it is obvious. Nvidia's work with graphics processing units, GPUs, the sophisticated chips required to run and train cutting-edge artificial intelligence systems, is what makes the company most famous. Without Nvidia's GPUs, applications like generative AI, machine learning, the Internet of Things, and the training of huge language models would not be feasible. Nvidia has a staggering 92% market share for data center GPUs, and its revenue metrics reflect this dominance. Data center revenue accounted for $41.1 billion of Nvidia's $46.7 billion revenue in the second quarter of its fiscal year 2026, a 56% increase over the same period last year. Earnings per share were $1.08, while the company's revenue surged to $26.42 billion, up 59% over the previous year. Nvidia has made an astounding $165.2 billion in sales over the past 12 months. However, I believe the company is only getting started based on what CEO Jensen Huang said last week. Speaking at Nvidia's GTC event, Huang revealed that the company has $500 billion in reservations for its Rubin and Blackwell chips. Later, Nvidia emphasized that networking items are included in those orders and that 30% of them have already been dispatched. However, for the foreseeable future, Nvidia's revenue from data centers will continue to grow. Finding a firm that has been as active as Nvidia over the past few months would be difficult. Companies are figuratively lining up to work with the world's top chipmaker, and it appears to be forging important collaborations and investments left and right. In order to finance the business's data center build-out using Nvidia chips, the company announced a $100 billion agreement with OpenAI, the startup behind ChatGPT. It is acquiring a $5 billion interest in Intel to work on data center and PC chips, a 2.9% ownership in the telecom business Nokia, and a collaboration with Palantir Technologies to enhance Palantir's offers to commercial companies. And that doesn't even include the company's previously disclosed investments with data center operator Applied Digital, British software design firm, Arm Holdings, CoreWeave, and Nebius Group, who supply AI infrastructure, and WeRide, which is producing autonomous cars in China. Additionally, Nvidia has an agreement with the U.S. Department of Energy to construct 7 new supercomputers that will support the country's nuclear weapons stockpile and research into alternative energy sources. 100,000 Nvidia Blackwell chips will be used in the largest supercomputer. Nvidia is in Beijing if they have any issues at the moment. Although 17% of Nvidia's income came from China in the 2025 fiscal year, the company is still unable to conduct business with Chinese firms. This week, President Donald Trump, who had previously imposed export restrictions on Nvidia, declared that he would not obstruct the company's efforts to reach a deal with China on goods other than its most advanced Blackwell chips. However, when Huang spoke to reporters at the GTC event, he seemed gloomy. He stated, "They've made it very clear that they don't want Nvidia to be there right now." Huang might be able to reach an agreement and present China with a scaled-down Blackwell architecture chip that is less potent than Hopper H100 devices, much like it did with its H20 chips manufactured for China. However, it won't be a deal-breaker for Nvidia stock if it doesn't occur. Nvidia's outlook should be great as it prepares to reveal an amazing quarter. Soon, Nvidia's stock will be racing once more. In order to satisfy Nvidia's increasing demand for AI, Jensen Huang asks TSMC for additional chip supply. As Nvidia, Samsung, and SK Hynix increase the production of AI chips, TSMC anticipates record yearly sales. Nvidia continues to be the most valuable company in the world and the leader in AI chips, despite market anxiety. As the market for artificial intelligence, AI technology continues to expand quickly, Nvidia CEO Jensen Huang announced on Saturday that he has requested more chip supplies from Taiwan's semiconductor manufacturing co. Huang told reporters that Nvidia's business was very strong and getting stronger every month while attending TSMC's annual sports day in Hsinchu, Taiwan. According to Huang, Nvidia's AI division is still growing at a remarkable rate, and demand doesn't appear to be slowing down. According to him, the company is doing really well and is getting stronger every month. For the production of its cutting-edge processors, which power AI data centers, training clusters, and cloud computing systems utilized globally, Nvidia mostly depends on TSMC. In order to fulfill the increasing demand for Nvidia's hardware, the company's three primary suppliers of AI memory chips, SK Hynix Inc., Samsung Electronics Co., and Micron Technology Inc., have all increased their tremendous capacity, according to the head of Nvidia. These vendors play a crucial role in manufacturing the high-bandwidth memory needed for Nvidia's most recent AI accelerators. Huang had personally asked for additional wafers during their meeting, according to TSMC CEO C.C. Wei, who made this confirmation at the same occasion. Wei informed staff members that TSMC anticipates continuing to establish annual sales records, highlighting the strong demand for cutting-edge semiconductors fueled by AI-related applications. Huang's remarks were made at the conclusion of a turbulent week for mega-cap technology stocks, during which investor excitement around AI briefly subsided. When doubts about the viability of AI-driven valuations reappeared, the industry suffered steep drops. Sentiment was impacted by worries about OpenAI's funding and Michael Burry's Scion Asset Management's recent pessimistic stances on Nvidia. Nvidia has surpassed Apple Inc. and Microsoft Corp. in market value earlier this year, making it the most valuable corporation in the world despite market volatility. Investor confidence in the company's long-term growth prospects is supported by its supremacy in the AI chip market, especially with its H100 and future B100 processors. Other executives in technology share Huang's optimism. Cristiano Amon, CEO of Qualcomm Inc., told Bloomberg earlier this week that the potential scope of AI technology is still being underestimated. Huang's visit to Taiwan emphasizes how strategically significant Nvidia's collaboration with TSMC is. The two businesses continue to collaborate closely, with TSMC using its state-of-the-art process nodes to fabricate Nvidia's most sophisticated circuits. Huang and Wei allegedly talked about methods to improve collaboration at their private meal on Friday. Huang publicly thanked TSMC for playing a crucial part in Nvidia's ascent to international prominence, stating, "No TSMC, no Nvidia." Wei reaffirmed that TSMC's production capacity is still very tight, pointing out that the business is still attempting to bridge the gap between growing demand and constrained supply. Both businesses seem dedicated to strengthening cooperation in order to sustain leadership in the rapidly changing semiconductor industry, given the growing demand for AI on a worldwide scale. With a market capitalization of almost $5 trillion, Nvidia is currently the biggest publicly traded company in the world. For one reason, Nvidia should become a core holding if you're just starting out with AI stocks. In and of itself, Nvidia is a good stock to hold. The business is the biggest provider of GPUs to the artificial intelligence, AI sector. Nvidia's chips are now the basis for almost all AI applications, because to early investment and the astute integration of software suites like CUDA. You probably won't get wealthy overnight by investing $100 in Nvidia stock. However, there is one unexpected advantage. With just one investment, you will have a comprehensive understanding of the AI market and be better equipped to identify obscure AI stocks with far higher long-term potential. Almost all data centers worldwide purchase Nvidia's products. At one point, Nvidia's latest chip deliveries were 12 months behind schedule due to developers' intense desire for the company's GPUs. You will be keeping an eye on Nvidia's revenue streams, possible transaction flow, and new clients if you own stock in the company. You'll be motivated to keep an eye on opportunities and new markets in the AI sector that you were previously unaware of when there is a small amount of money at stake. You could even be able to identify the upcoming Nvidia. To put it simply, having Nvidia stock puts you in a position to gain a deeper comprehension of the AI sector as a whole. You'll become a far better AI investor by keeping up with the company's activities and earnings releases, all for a just $100. Future data centers will be powered by chips made by Nvidia. Data center operations are generating greater income for TSMC's foundries. The lithography technique of ASML is unparalleled. The country's electricity system is being impacted by the rapid development of artificial intelligence, AI. In order to run the deluge of AI-powered systems, more data centers are becoming more and more necessary. According to Goldman Sachs research, in 2022, a state-of-the-art AI system had 8 graphics processing units, GPUs, on a single server. At the time, that was all the power required. However, a top AI system is expected to need 576 GPUs in a filing cabinet-sized server by 2027. Additionally, that system will require 600 kilowatts of electricity, or the same amount of power required for 500 residences. According to Grandview Research, the worldwide data center industry was estimated to be worth $347.6 billion last year and is expected to rise at a compound annual growth rate of 11.2% to reach $652 billion by 2030. In my opinion, those are conservative estimations. However, the expansion of AI platforms and data centers presents a fantastic investment opportunity for investors. These 3 equities, in my opinion, are among the most well-positioned to profit from the expansion of data centers. As the undisputed leader in GPUs, Nvidia stands to gain the most from the expansion of data centers. The company's enormous expansion over the past 3 years has been fueled by Nvidia's GPUs, which are the most sought after in the market. During that time, Nvidia's stock increased by 1,440%, and the company's market capitalization reached $5 trillion. Data center sales account for the majority of Nvidia's earnings. In the second quarter of its fiscal year 2026, data center revenue accounted for $41.1 billion of the total $46.7 billion. And it's still expanding rapidly. It's up 56% from a year ago. Despite having an estimated 92% of the market for high-end data center GPUs, Nvidia is not complacent. At the company's GTC-DC conference in October, CEO Jensen Huang said that the company is collaborating with over a dozen quantum computing firms to develop accelerated quantum computers, the next advancement in computing that would eventually supplant conventional computers. Don't forget to share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Your input helps create a more knowledgeable community where we can all learn and grow together in the world of investing. Stay up to date with the latest market trends, insights, and key updates by subscribing to Investing Tutorial. We're here to help you make smarter investment decisions and stay ahead of the curve.
Yesterday, even those holding positions that were confused about the reaction, right, to the earnings. These earnings were phenomenal, either good to great. That's all the earnings were. And when it comes down to stuff like this, I always like to go to folks who told us to buy when they were cheap. Everyone's got an opinion now. So in honor of one of my favorite Batman villains, I present Riddle me this, Shai Balor. Let's bring him in. Futurum Group Chief Market Strategist, Shai Balor. Shai, what the heck happened yesterday? So a lot of earnings are out. I want to kind of go through a bunch of these things. I love the way you go through them. AMD, why was the initial move down, and what do you see for it now?
Yeah, I mean, for AMD, I think there was some frustration that the GPU story is going to be happening next year. I think the market front ran their earnings report wanting it right now. And I think that the CPU side of their business was what carried the strength in the data center revenue. And I just think it's digesting. It's had a massive move. And I think that their 2026 will be the year that AMD really launches off onto that inference demand boom.
What about Arista? This has become a fan favorite. Now I've got a lot of folks coming on the show who typically don't even buy tech, and they're buying this name.
Yeah, so I mean, Arista crushed expectations, but the reason the stock dropped is because it didn't prove that it's winning more AI networking share. I think Nvidia's networking revenue exploded from $3 billion to $7 billion in just 2 quarters. That told investors where the real AI cluster money is kind of heading right now. It's into Nvidia's NVLink and NVSwitch systems, not really Arista's Ethernet setup. So I think the reaction is that even though the business is really healthy, reported a really strong report, Nvidia's dominance kind of overshadows the story.